So, do you get a lot of people that think that starting your own business is a get rich quick opportunity?
I don't necessarily think, I think if you said that to most people, they said no, okay? What I think is they're focused on it working out well. And, it's kind of like any journey, okay? The starting out is good. You're all fired up. You don't have any, you got glasses that are very rose colored. And the end, when you get close, if you've ever done any running, for example, okay, you get too close to the finish line, you get a burst of energy. It's in the middle that most people get tired. Most people lose hope. Most people get discouraged. And that's where, if somebody's going to be successful, that's where they got to have the real reason why they're doing this so they can tap into that motivation, tap into that inspiration.
So, I take it in that middle section that you were talking about, you have a lot of bad days.
Yeah.
What are you doing during those bad days?
And that's where it's critical that we have why we're doing it. Whether it's your vision or your passion or what, there's got to be, you got to know why you're going to the finish line. What does it look like 5 years from now or 10 years from now? And you got to be passionate about that. And if you're having a bad day, the world can't know about it. Okay, I mean, even if you're miserable, okay, fake it. You've got to be that person, okay? And if you just can't fake it, go to your car, go somewhere, and kind of have an added or a conversation with yourself, and you got to get back and you got to be fired up, okay? When you think about that infant business, the business that you're trying to create kind of from nothing, all it has is your enthusiasm. All it has is your energy. So you just got to do whatever you got to do to keep that going. That's the belief that keeps you going, but also everybody else going. In our business, we have a phrase when somebody asks, okay, how are things going? Okay, we always say unbelievable, okay, because it's either unbelievably good or unbelievably bad, but that way I can just, answer and move on. And a lot of days when you're first starting out, it'll be unbelievably not so good. Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're first starting out, it's just you.
Yeah.
There's not many people that are with you, if any at all. Yeah. So in a way, you almost can't have a bad day. You can have a bad day, but it's almost, if you do, how many steps back did you take from there?
Exactly. That really is the truth. And when we say bad days, it could be guts to the punch or a punch to the gut or whatever. A lot of times, though, it's a cash flow punch to the gut. Okay? I mean, let's face it. Most new businesses or young businesses, it's not like there's a steady stream of cash. And then I've always felt like for most human beings, especially entrepreneurs, there's a direct line between a nerve actually, between their wallet and their brain, okay? And probably all human beings, okay? So, when things aren't going well, whether it's cash flow or anything else, you just got to keep moving forward, okay?
So you mentioned cash flow. A lot of times, like you said, new businesses are going to struggle with that. What would you tell to somebody that is currently struggling with cash flow issues?
And I think I'll say two things on that. One, like sales, okay, I don't care what business you're in sales, okay, at the end of the day, something's got to be sold. Okay, whether it's online or whether it's in person or whatever it might be. And I think a lot of times we can look at all the things we need to do as a business owner, and they just go into the priority that you think of them, or a lot of times maybe even we'll gravitate toward the ones we prefer to do. I'm going to suggest a significant part of your time as a business owner needs to be on new clients, new customers, new sales, okay? Maybe even as much as 80% of your time should be spent on that, because that's what determines whether you are around or not. The second thing I would say to you is I don't see enough business owners give themselves a personal financial haircut before they go into business. You can't starve the goose that lays the golden eggs. The business is what you're wanting to grow, and that's what's going to produce the golden eggs. You can't starve that. You got to starve the personal. Okay, you got to live lean and mean. You got to cut any expenses you can cut. You know, there's no frills if you're going to go become a business owner. Okay, you'll have the frills once you succeed, but in that process, okay, you got to get so lean and mean. And then once you succeed, okay, and you have steady cash flow and so on, that's when we can do all the fun stuff. And it comes down to like time off. Okay, you don't get time off as a business owner. You know, you might take a long weekend every now and again, or I always took a Sabbath. I still take a Sabbath every week. But, you know, other than time with your God, time with your family, it's nothing but business if you're going to succeed. Whatever your habit or hobbies are, whatever you like doing, you kind of set those on the shelf for, you know, a couple years, you know, to make your dreams happen.